Hello, hello, beauties. It's been a hot minute. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well and in high spirits overall. Let's go ahead and see what the energy is, what messages Spirit currently has for you. Remember, as always, to please only take what resonates. If something is negative or confusing, of course, just abandon that message. Leave it behind. It's not for you. Leave it for whoever it is for. This is the Moon Magic Tarot. We've got a link in our bio to this by Dark Forest, or in our description box rather, below. If you want to take a deep breath, if you want to put yourself into neutral and tune in, like the video before watching, roll your shoulders a bit. Something like this will always help and assist the tuning in. Process. I don't think I can shuffle these like this, but maybe. Okay, one more here. Oh, the King of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, what's going on with your energy? What are you guys dealing with? Whoa. Okay. Oh. I'm hearing favorable outcome. I'm also seeing a favorable tower. Some kind of a change that works to your benefit. Now, for some of you, this change could involve travel. Traveling across water, across seas. Something involving travel. This could be like just blowing things up. It could also be you're moving on, okay? You're moving on from something, from a situation. You could be forcibly being moved on, even mentally. And this is ultimately leading to this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is a vibe of success, okay? Especially success with your money or relationship or career or job, body, like anything in that physical. This is also Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy, which we had out in the beginning, the masculine version. You could be getting false signals as well, and you could have had a lot of false starts as well. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Please and thank you. For the collective who we're reading for, who's watching this video, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is self-made energy to me. It's almost like if you were counting on some kind of a new beginning, you may have thought of it in a certain light, and what you're going to be finding is it's actually what you're already doing, or what you are cultivating on your end, or your own personal independent process that's ultimately going to bring you I'm hearing the standards that you're looking for, but this could be the wealth that you're looking for, the ideas, the beginnings, the successes, okay? It's like it's actually ultimately going to be in your pocket, your hands, whatever you're doing, whatever you're cultivating or facilitating. It's like manual. It feels like manual labor, but not in such an intensive way. You've also got these like 3 passions or interests or things that are all pointing you towards obtaining this coin here. And it's like there may be more manual labor involved than you are anticipating or hoping. But in the end, it's very positive because it helps you become self-reliant, self-sufficient, and realize and recognize that you've had the power, or you have the power all along, and from here out, you will know that you do, and it will set you up for a very empowered life, basically. That's how I feel that. The Emperor. Whoa, that's a twist. Just a little bit of a plot twist. Wait, why is the Emperor here? Did I speak too soon on this energy? Why is the Emperor here? Please. Clarify. Too many. Please clarify why the Emperor is here. What? What is going on, guys? There's the King of Pentacles again. Oh, the King of Cups. You've got a lot of people, a lot of men, or masculine energies. Whoa. Okay, this is a plot twist to me. This is a plot twist. So everything we just said about you doing manual labor, blah, 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 being, yes, there's a reason we said it. We're in the reading space. I felt the message, you know, it's there. But this Emperor just came in and changed this timeline, changed this story. You've got multiple people here, by the way. They changed it. They're changing it. And this is actually a team, like there's some kind of a team work or team energy coming through for a lot of you. Like this Emperor is going to come in, and they're not already here offering something, and there's like this team energy coming through. However, the Ten of Swords, this can be being defeated, but I also feel that it's you're having to literally leave behind all the old nasty chaos of the mind and choose only the clarity of the mind, which is a big, like, you have to come up into your best part of your ego here and let go of all the insecure, you know, climb over a lot of stuff to really be open to this, or to really open the heart to what is here. Like there's a way, there's a hidden, almost a hidden way through this that is beautiful, but you have to release, relinquish, and overcome some really negative ways and patterns of thinking. That's what everything that's getting shook up is actually trying to get you into here. Like the struggle doesn't serve you. The struggle no longer serves you. Like we need to get into this mindset. And I felt like, ugh, in the beginning of this, like, ugh, because of the way we're looking at this. But it's like, there's something else here. Now, for some of you, these are people. Like you're dealing with a feminine fire sign, half and half. You're dealing with a very masculine energy. You're dealing with perhaps an air sign, a water sign, an earth sign. Oh my gosh. You've got people everywhere here. Earth sign could be more in the past. Could also be feminine earth sign. But otherwise, these are moods, these are energies, okay? You could also be very defensive, very guarded to what somebody's offering or them to you. So you've got to set your swords down. It's like you've got to put your defenses down. You could have spent a long time in life learning how to put your defenses up, learning how to cultivate guards and defenses, and now it's like you have to put them down, and this is unfamiliar. It's like uncharted territory, but I'm feeling this immense energy of like this magical thing opening, that it's really, there's a lot of monies and like successes. It doesn't just have to be money, okay, but money is such a strong energy that of course opens things up, or it's a part of opening things up, but it can be other things in your life as well. Tell me a little more about this storyline, please, and thank you for who we're reading for. Oh yeah, I mean, this is all you manifesting. This is your power of manifestation. The more healed your mindset is and you are, the more as well you're able to manifest the highest version of this sequence. So you can work with the same ingredients or the same material, but cook something different depending on what you're aligning to. And it's like you're wanting to cook the best here. And as you could see, pointing towards this pentacle, I'm still feeling a focus on money or resources or physical connection. However, the need for an open heart, the need for open emotion, for vulnerability emotionally as well, for being accepting, for receiving is here strongly. Receiving. Actually, that's the biggest word coming with the Ace of Cups is receiving. Even the King of Cups, receiving, receive, 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 receiving. Receive. Trust your manifestations, trust your healing process, and receive. Receive the fruits of your labor, of your tasks. Redefine what your labor is too. It's not just manual labor like at work. It's like all the tedious things you're doing and investing in each day. It could even be watching readings. It could even be trying to work on yourself or understand or figure out. Like, this is all investment. Your self-worth as well could be there's like ego and self-worth and mindset coming out so strongly in this reading. Like your ego, your self-worth, the way you feel confident or not in your skin and how you are and how you look and how you feel. Like, this is so intertwined as well to what opportunities you're drawing in. It doesn't mean it's reliant on it. It's different, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be perfect and feel amazing and confident to have success. That's not the case, right? But this is very much aligned here to what you're willing to accept in and not. And maybe sometimes you don't even fully see that you're blocking something. Like, let's say you throw an insecurity out there. You just are feeling like you're not feeling in that confidence. You don't even see what you're shutting down. Like, there's so much that's trying to end here. And it's not in the physical life that it's trying to end. Even if it looks like it is, it's trying to end in your mind, in your ego, in your emotion, to actually open you up to see what's already here, to receive what's already here. Because it's already all here for you, but you have to see it. This is interesting because from this perspective of acknowledging that this is like not this fearful thing outside of you that you can't control, that's going to take you down again and again and again, that it's actually within you and your power, and that it's something that you actually are ending and transitioning out of, and you're about to see the light. Like, when we acknowledge that, and I look back up at this original sequence, suddenly this original sequence is like, like, this is amazing. Because this is something big is changing your life. And it could have to do with travel. It could have to do with foreign affairs. It could have to do with something overseas. It could have to do with something you're finally moving on from. Multiple things you're finally moving on from. Things you're being forcibly moved on from that need to. Paradigm shifts and ends. But what it's showing is that you're coming out successful. You're coming out self-sufficient. You've already planted a lot of seeds here. You have 3 main passions or things you're going for, and they're all leading you towards this success. Your insecurities are actually a big blocker and wall here that you put up. That's what they're designed to do, is to block, right? And sadly, sometimes, or unfortunately, the insecurities, they don't just block the negative things, you know, like, I can do this, you know, whatever first before you can, but they also sometimes block the things we want. They don't discern. Insecurities just block. They're blockers. So they are there to protect, but they also can be there and hurt, right? some of you have been like in emotional confusion, uncertain about your options, and yet you refuse to meditate, or you refuse to reflect on it, or you avoid, or you ignore, or you only do, you feel like, oh, I have to do it that way, and I just don't want to, find a different way then. Find a way that works for you. Some of you aren't getting enough rest, and it's contributing to this emotional confusion. You need more rest for some, okay? Some of you, unforgiveness is clouding your emotional judgment. It can be a lens of fear instead of a lens of this is what's happening. So these are things like we need to make sure that we've got in hand. And it might be moving slow, it might be coming slow, but I keep hearing like victory and successful outcome, favorable. I keep hearing like positive, because you have, it's also like commitment. It could be a big move even. And it might have come slow, but you have victory, you have success here with what you're doing. You really do. And the sun on the bottom of the deck, clarity, Leo energy here, strength and the sun. Could be something you planted in Leo season, or something that you were focusing on in Leo season as well that is coming to fruition. But I feel like this is strength, it's clarity, it's embodying what Leo energy is. Could also have to do with the full moon that just occurred, depending on when you're seeing this. Okay, number 26 is significant as well, which is also about being open-hearted. What aren't you communicating? And why? You're not owning the truth, okay? Take it if it resonates, but you're not owning the truth right now. You're either not communicating about it, you're not owning it, you're not speaking it, you're not saying it, you're not valuing it, okay? And the truth is you're blocking something. The truth is you are it's almost like you're spending more time externally than internally, and you know that balance is going to come internally. The reflection is weak compared to the internal. Now, for some of you, that message is really hard to bring up to the surface. It's there and it's strong, but it's like it's wanting to be pushed. It's like we don't want to look at that. For some of you, this is about Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, masculine, no longer communicating with them and being very emotionally guarded to them. And they've been on our page a lot. So, looks like a relief from anxiety, however. Just didn't have what it takes, or don't have what it takes. Somebody could be reflecting on their narcissistic qualities and tendencies as well. Going through a big transformation, ego death, self-reflection, learning a lot, soul contract. You could have delivered a soul contract to this fire energy, or you could be learning something about your own truths here. This fire sign, you guys, it's like this fire sign that's been around, like it's like you are more alike. I don't know if there's something that you also are supposed to see. I don't know what it is. It's why you are like more alike than you want to admit, or What you don't value in others or what you value in other. Oh, clarity is coming good. With the sun, that does talk about clarity. So if it's not clear now, it will become clear. You will not be in confusion forever. Oh, sorry. Let's get some more messages from your angels and guides here. Please and thank you. This has been coming out a lot. Having a body is not a sin. And that just confirms this Queen of Wands on her side with the Ace of Pentacles on the side. There's something where we're still getting into this. I think sometimes we're still falling into this like reward and punishment energy. You know, like temptation and overcoming the flesh and like we're in the flesh for a reason. Yeah, you want to feel good. You want to work with your own paradigms and programs. You know, you don't want to, of course, sabotage your well-being. However, being a human in the modern world is not a sin. Having flaws, and I'm speaking like, I need to hear this too, right? It's really hard sometimes, but like feeling flawed, feeling imperfect, having things that are not socially acceptable or marketed, which is really more about marketing anyways. We all have things, and if you think otherwise, you're fooling yourself, you're lying to yourself. If you think you're the only one that has weird things or flaws or strange things about your body, or that, you know, it's wrong for you to want to have sex or something, or that it's, let's say, wrong if you have trauma stored in your body, or you have something that's like, I don't know, like acne or zits, or something that's like sagging or full of, I don't know, hair, like whatever it is, like it's your body. Like it's time to kind of move out of, there's a line, you know, with like self-love and acceptance and like trying to perfect something in order to get the self-acceptance. Like, yes, it's good to feel good, right? Of course, to feel healthy, but this is very like being who and how you are authentically. And like when you break out into that, others break out into that. And like imagine like a world where everybody is actually being more and more who they are or who they want to be naturally, without feeling like they have to edit it in a specific box, you know, which again, nothing wrong with that either. I'm just saying though, like just being, like imagine that you are part of that. And when you do that, you align, you attract that towards you as well, you know? And also not always trying to fight, battle, or overcome the flesh, the human, and recognize we're in the human for a reason. Like this, you know, you all have your own view, that's fine. But having like this view that, oh, I am here to not be human, even though I'm in a human body. It's like, I don't know, it's like it's like sitting in front of a hot meal that's cooked for you perfectly, and you're like, I must not eat, I must overcome. Like, no, like you need food, like eat the damn food, you know, like it's like there's a vibe there. I don't know how to explain it, but again, I'm looking at this as there's no accidents. There's not an accident why you've had questions, why you've been confused, why you've been uncertain, why things haven't made sense, why things have been unclear. There's no accident to this. You've had to make your own pathways and find your own ways through. This is very spiritually led. Again, Leo energy coming through here. But it's supposed to be, it's also like, I'm getting this word Acheron, but it's also like, you know, cages of your own making sometimes. Doesn't just have to be cages, but like, yeah. our own making. Like when let's say you look at it this way, let's just as an example. You've had multiple incarnations in a regal court, and you didn't know what it was like to experience the other side of life, and now you do, and you are creating all those pathways, but at your core you still have that regality, it lives within you, and now that you are discovering what it's like on the other side of life, you're going to be able to recover that regality with the wisdom, empathy, and humbleness of having gone through the other parts of the human journey, but recognizing at your divine core you are in this regal position type of an energy. With the quantum leap, I feel like this is like ding 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 ding. Finally getting it. Finally getting it, and bam, going into a new reality, a new life. That tower is going to be part of that too. Somewhere cold. Some of you could be moving to somewhere cold, traveling somewhere cold, or you could be connecting to that energy of somewhere cold. This could be like Nordic ancestors as well, Northern Lights, something like this, where you've got a connection or a pull or ancestry there, or you can just connect to the energy, even like Vikings, okay? Paranormal experience, you could have a lot of magical roots, pagan roots even. Resign and leaving. Kindness, reason. Kindness is your way through, it's your method through. Kindness over reason as well. Kindness is also one of the reasons, gives you a reason. Remember that, tuning in, doesn't matter if it's a smile or stepping out of your box, but it gives you a reason. I also feel there is a lot of extraterrestrial energy that's been coming out lately, so you could be connecting in to that, especially through your throat chakra or through these cold places, or envisioning some kind of northern type of energy. What are you supposed to be resigning from or leaving? I think you're going to get a new job for some of you. Again, it can be from what you've already been cultivating or developing. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but like coming out the way it did where it flipped from this, it's like maybe you felt unworthy of this job before, or you would have felt from where you were at, or you've been not seeing it because of your worth or how you're viewing yourself. But as you're regaining and moving through these heavier insecurities and regaining some sense of I am who I am and what I am, like I am, okay, let's be like, why not me? Like whatever. The more you get into that, it's like you're suddenly seeing. You're suddenly seeing. And I do think you're going to choose not to partake just not to partake in what feels empty. Maybe literally what feels cold, what feels distant, what feels unsatisfying. If it has anger, conflict, and confusion, maybe you're going to be honoring that, heeding that, instead looking at your passions and what options you have with your passions. And to me, I'm also seeing like you could be leaving something and recognizing that kindness or helping somebody needs your help here. That's actually what's going to attract or bring in some kind of new money. Okay, 442139, interesting. And also it's connected to your ancestors. It's like they're leading you to this. They're like, hello, they're leading you to this. This could have to do with marriage for some of you. Doesn't have to. I'm seeing fire, I'm seeing trial. Tracy, fours, a lot of fours sticking out. May. I think that's also Mary. I am eternal. You are eternal. I am eternal. We are eternal. We are forever. There is no end. There is no end or beginning. We are eternal. Always and forever. You and me. With you. Say you love It's a vibe, guys. Sorry. I know it's like, but it's the energy. When it comes, it comes. You gotta satisfy until you get to a place where you're satisfied enough, you could stop, Design in reverse. At some point, maybe you decided to surrender the vision. to the world around you. That's going to change if so. The other dual message here is like, you don't have to do as much work as you think. You don't have to design something from scratch. Okay. You have a paranormal activity that's been coming out in the collective. Also, new pet. I've been really attracted to snakes for a long time, and I mean, I'm not in the position, but you know, maybe this is like a new pet that you finally take the plunge. Maybe it's a second pet, even a puppy or a little baby. This paranormal activity, ghost, maybe like a ghost dog. Ooh, the candle just went out, you guys, which is okay. It was at the end, so that's not abnormal, don't worry. But we can definitely not continue without lighting a new one. So well, we could, but I prefer that we have one lit. I love you always, forever, near and far. I will be with you. Wow, grandmother. Damn, this grandmother's like, you ever gonna acknowledge me? What the F? I'm in every poll. Grandma's here all the time. Okay, so for some of you, this is an ancestor. You don't even know who this is. For others of you, it's a combination, like a culmination of ancestors into this grandmother. And this could even be a great grandmother you had in this life. The message, rest is needed. That's one of the messages. Okay, and that's come out a couple times in your reading. More rest is needed. Okay. Also tuning in. You can tune in to these energies if you want to. Maybe there's something with the paranormal that you're overlooking. Maybe there's something that is you can do with the paranormal world that you don't even realize is a gift you can even capitalize on or something here. Like maybe you're overlooking that as a possibility or a potential. Or maybe there's some way to incorporate that. Any other message from Grandma here? Use your mind, close your eyes, and sing and think. Use your noggin, use your thinking, use your singing. Create. Look at those numbers. See if anyone sticks out to you. Use it as confirmation. Sacral chakra, create. And that's what Grandma was kind of just saying in a way. Someone wants to communicate. This is both. It's on the other side. It's in the paranormal if you look at it this way. It's in the spirit, and it's also in your physical world. Somebody is thinking about reaching out. They want to create with you. They want to communicate to you. I feel like this is a creative partnership or person. Okay, this could be somebody you thought didn't care or somebody who thinks you don't care. I'm getting a little bit of like a reconciliation vibe. Like this is somebody you already know about or somehow have met before. Okay. You could have a funny memory that you like don't want to think about connected to the bathroom with this person. It's possible. It doesn't have to be the case. Okay. I also feel this is saying you never fully like flushed them. You never fully got rid of this person in your mind. But man, this ego, this insecurity, this voice, like I know what that is. This has got to stop. Like you are you. Like you, if you are doing things that are making it feel for you that you just, it's pointless for you, don't do those things. Like if you're scrolling on social media and you're like, well, everybody does this, so like what do I have to offer? Like then get off social media, stop doing it because you need this. No, It's time for you to just tune in. Don't think about the rest of the world that way. Don't think about what everybody else is doing, or how you or them or whatever, or this person that. Like, just be. You have to learn to just be. And this is like, I'm getting a tough love vibe coming from this, like a frustration. Like at some point you have to just say F it and just do it anyways. And like, you've got to just come into yourself. You know, if you need to look up supportive content, look it up. Like, look up how flawed the world actually is and how people have things they worry about. Like, look up forums and stuff. Like, it's human. Like, it is a part of what happens here for everybody. Nobody is exempt from this. Like, this image that people are, no, absolutely not. F no, it's not real. So stop comparing what it's easy to look and be like, oh, but that's, no. You don't understand how your unique footprint is extremely valuable, okay? And this could even have to do with spirituality or the way you view that, the lens that you have with that. Maybe you want to give readings. Maybe you want to connect to the paranormal. Maybe you want to work in that world somehow, you know? So being brave pays off. Exactly. There's so much power in this, especially being brave with your insecurities, being brave, like, putting yourself out there and just doing it anyways, okay? Some of you, this is really coming from abuse, okay? This is that inner voice that's now abusive, or that worldview that is now, but it's because you've literally been abused, targeted, bullied, chastised, criticized, broken down, bent down, put down, whatever. You've been all the downs. Like, people have really effed, you know? The world has effed. Like, acknowledge it, like, destruct, whatever. You don't have to dwell in it, but just know that a lot of that's coming from that. It's not actually, is it actually how you feel about you? Well, how many times in life when you were young or now or whatever, you were like, I feel fine, and then somebody said something, and then you all of a sudden became self-conscious about it, you know? Or all of a sudden, like, you didn't know anything was wrong, but then it was made wrong. Like, go back to you, or forwards into like you feeling like, you know what, I don't really, how do I feel? Like, I don't really give an F. Like, I'm done caring, you know? So wait, why? This, I think, is that recharge. Again, that rest and that recharge energy. You keep having communication here. It's like you need some time to rest. Your communication could have been stifled here because of fear and control programmings or people as well. But this could also say sometimes you're communicating out of a place of fear and control that has been pressed onto you, and it's not serving you any longer. This is like that watching your words energy, really being conscious. Is this what I want to speak into my new timeline, into my new reality? Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe you don't know how to sleep for a minute, you know, or how to sleep, how to speak. Maybe you don't know how to speak for a minute because you're having to change how you've always spoken your whole life. So you're just like, blah, blah, blah. But that's better than speaking the same old insecure mantras into this world again and again and again and again. Okay. I feel like this is abuse in plain sight that's happened. It's right there, and it's not that you need to be in it. It's time to let it go. But it's like, know that a lot of this comes from this teenage years, teenage blues. Like, a lot of this is like, you've been carrying this with you long enough. Change of sleep is needed. This is a big message here. There is some kind of a better sleep schedule that your guides are really trying to align you to. You're trying to align you to. It's really going to help you, okay? It's going to help you with depression as well, and with your security, with feeling better. Like, you need a different sleep here. And maybe you already know this, but like, it's time. Some of you are manifesting a new car, wealth, okay? Again. Hot climates could encourage a lot of this giving of healing energy for you. It could be where you like learn to connect more to that healing energy. This could also promote, like tropical climates could promote connecting more to that. There's answers for some of you in music or in the music you created. Socializing, number 7. You could get prosperous energies through socializing. You keep getting important message wanting to communicate. Am I missing it, or is it just trying to reiterate that this is important? Riches, baby, don't mean anything. If I was a rich girl, say I'd have all the money in the world. If I was a wealthy girl, money could buy. Are you giving your power away? I'm surprised you guys watch my readings. Look at this. Sometimes I look at this table and I'm like, hot damn. But you know what? The messages come through. So, okay, wait. I just want to know one more thing, which is... First of all, why is safe travel kind of in a weird position? If there's a business trip you don't want to take, stand your ground if you can and don't take it. Not because you're going to be unsafe, but like, there's a new life for you. There's a new way for you. Okay? The grind, it's not. For some of you, this could involve an Aries or air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You've got options to step out of some grind here. I feel like fear and control is keeping you here. And you're fighting something. Again, you're fighting something. But where is your power? Like, why is it? There's like a job or a earth sign or an idea about money that is almost like keeping you. In this fear and control. Like, what do you really want? Is it freedom? Happiness? To feel good? To be creative? To have options? To have love? What are the reasons that you want money, for example? Or if it's not about money, it's like you really want these emotional, fulfilling experiences. And then somehow you're fighting them because you think the way to them is this first, to be safe. But actually it's like the way is to the emotional experience first. You are enough as you are. Now, open here, and then this material world changes for you and shifts for you and things open up for you. It's like you have to just F it and just... Spirit, is there anything else you'll tell us about that opportunity? How can they see this opportunity? You might need to be alone and reflect to see it. I'm not saying forever, I'm saying just make conscious time. It's not new. It's been here somehow. It's like it's around you somehow. You might want to journal about it. Get real, get those truths out. It's another time to get some truths out, to speak some truths. And it might end up being you're drawn to offer your emotions to somebody or something. And that's where the opportunity is. And you don't even realize that. You've been holding so tightly. You're genuinely, I'm going to say this again, genuinely. You are somehow not seeing or opening up to, because of your pains and whatever, I'm sure there's valid reasons, but regardless of the reasons, you're not opening to something that is right here now. Like it is now. It is here now. What you want, truly want, in your heart is here now. What you desire is here, you guys. It's so here now. It's right here. But you have to open up to see it. You have to open up to accept it, to embrace it. You got to pull off this blindfold. You got to get out of this confusion. You got to get to the truth of things, of yourself. You got to know thyself. You got to get into you here. You got to open the F up and come out of the things you're clinging to. You need to uncling. You need to trust fall. Because I tell you now, take this. You are trust falling into a fucking foam pit, okay? I'm sorry, I swore because I think YouTube is not good, but like you are okay to do this. You need to let yourself do this. And this is on an emotional level especially, okay? I mean, if you've watched this far in, then understand that of the few people that will watch this, let alone make it to this point, you are needing this message. You don't have to do this life anymore. You don't. And it's like, oh, it's too good to be true. Da, 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 da. It's not like that. That's the way you're viewing it. It's not too good to be true. This has been here. It's here. But it's not what you think it is either. It's about you opening up emotionally. It's about you getting past. It's you have to open up and see. And you may need some more sleep, some more rest, some more reflection to do that. Yeah, it's possible. But don't always think either that you need to do more of something. You know, I guess maybe a better way to say is just change, shift, answer the call. Anyways, you've been keeping yourself in waiting. You've been keeping yourself in limbo. The struggle has still been serving you somehow because you've still been grieving. You've still been in your loss. You've still been in your deep emotions of sadness, okay? Rest, meditate, reflect. Things have been moving slow. You're getting there, okay? You're getting there. It's not always going to be the same as it was before. It's just not. That's not how it works. Okay? It's not always going to go that way. Use your intuition. Trust it. If you feel calm inside when you logically feel you shouldn't, trust it, and vice versa. Your intuition is telling you something is coming in fast. Options. Imagine totally trusting that and aligning, okay? Or rather, you're going to see the options quickly. Imagine trusting that and totally aligning to that. How powerful is that? That's sending a message that I totally believe. And if you're scared of commitment or aligning or doing something creatively or contracts or unions, or if you're afraid of this because there was conflict and competition before and it didn't work out for you before, it's not the same now. Okay? You guys, that's what I have for you. You can always email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. Much love and success to you. Thank you always for being here.